So now we're over at the Wild About Organics farm, and it's Elaine. This is one of her properties. And in this farm, we got pears, we got tomatoes, we got eggplant, a wide variety. We're actually going to go now and talk with Elaine and let her explain a little bit more about her farm here.
Do I have to say hi?
Yes. Okay, so you're at the farmers market, if I understand right, the
Yes.
Penticton Farmers Market, which I understand now is actually being rated #1 in BC.
Excellent. It's actually, I do some other markets, and it's, for me, the best, most fun market that I do.
For me too, it's a great energy I find down there, and
Yeah.
the buskers and
It's almost like a
music.
social event,
Yes.
actually. There's people all over the place that come, and it's a dog walking thing, and it's everybody's just visiting and talking and buying. It's good.
Yeah. Well, and then the one thing I do appreciate about the market is how the 100 block has a no GMO rule, which is nice.
Yes.
You know, so you're guaranteed good produce, which is
Yeah.
where we can find Elaine here.
Yep.
So can you tell us a little bit about your farm? Or?
Well, I've been here for, let's see, now my daughter's 19, so I've been here for 20 years.
Okay.
Farming for 20 years, and I just grow a variety of stuff that I can sell at a market. I'm not trying to get big and commercial. I'm trying to just grow for a market type business, and I do grow sometimes a little bit of excess that I sell to stores, and all my produce is organic, so I do try to sell some stuff to thrifties and for organics if I get overstocked with things. But generally I try to stick with the market program.
So what's your big reason for doing organic? Because I mean, a lot of people got this whole category, you know, the pinkies go up, and
Oh, I know.
and they don't realize that organic meaning original,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's all about how you treat your land and how you get the best you can out of your land, and how you don't try to put so much stuff on it that you're killing it, and your land ends up being a wasteland. So that's one thing. It's also about feeding the people food that tastes good, and growing stuff that's vine ripened or tree ripened, therefore it has flavor, rather than stuff that comes and picked green and comes to stores and it has no flavor and no texture and smell. If you ever get in my van when I'm heading to the market on a market day, and you smell all the things that I have in there, you can smell the peaches, you can smell the tomatoes, you can smell the green peppers, and the smell is just fantastic, and you can smell the basil in the corner, and it's unbelievable. If you go into some of the larger chain grocery stores, I don't think they have the smell anymore. So,
No, I know, and I can pass by in the Safeway in that tomato section and never crave a tomato sandwich.
yeah.
Come out to a farm, and it's, I'm carrying bread with me. I want the toaster, and I'm good
Yep.
to go. I know.
Yeah. So it's feeding good food to the people, taking care of your land, and caring about all those things. And local is important. I mean, it is important because if you have to drive miles and miles to get your food, and it has to be delivered from miles and miles at California, then it loses its purpose. Like, what? Who has a tomato in February here? Well, nobody has one, right? Because nobody can grow one unless they're doing it in a hothouse, which people do. But so then they have to import all this stuff from California.
Well, that's it. I mean, a lot of people don't realize now that it's taking 1,200 to 2,400 miles for dinner to hit their table.
Yeah.
But then, meanwhile, when they go out and have a coffee on their deck and they see the farms like we do here, why is it that produce is not on my table?
Yeah.
So there's the system is somewhat broken here, and I think it's up to the consumer, to fix this.
Yeah. Well, see, this is how I eat when I eat. If asparagus comes in May, then I'm eating asparagus nonstop, and then I stop because it stops producing. So then all of a sudden you're into tomatoes and peppers all at once. So then Greek salad becomes my menu for a week at a time. So you got to eat what's there when it's there, and then when it's not there, you can put your food by. I've been canning peaches for the last 2 weeks so that I have some.
Our house too, peaches, tomato sauce, now jams. I know.
Relishes, you can make all that stuff.
Oh, mincemeat. I know. It's been smelling fantastic.
Or not coleslaw. I mean sauerkraut. Just there's things you can do to bring your food into that next season instead of going and shopping for something that came from so far away. And it's not vine ripe, and therefore it doesn't have any flavor. You know, it doesn't. I don't think it does anyway.
Yeah. Well, and that's the message we're trying to put up back out here, you know, with the whole local supporting locals, is trying to reconnect people back to their food.
Yeah.
And especially your good, ethical, organic food.
Yeah.
You know, so people don't realize a lot of their health problems are because, you know, yeah, well, actually, grandmother said it best. Yes, you are what you eat. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you very much,
You're
Elaine.
welcome.
It was a pleasure being here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the tomatoes, and
No problem.
we have a great dinner today because we've gotten chicken, fresh garden organic chicken eggs from the Blackbird Organic Farm.
Yeah.
We got some great garlic from Food of the Sun, and now from Wild Bud Organics we got eggplant, green peppers. So we're gonna have a fantastic dinner tonight, and tomorrow we'll be doing some more shooting. So stay tuned. We're here for another day of shooting for the making of the local supporting local calendar. It's another beautiful day here in the Okanagan. Today we're at Phyllis's Mountain Springs Nature Retreat Bed and Breakfast, and she is also a farmer as well. So this is my first time here. I'm very excited to see what Phyllis has here, and so we're going to take a walk inside here and we'll meet Phyllis. So this is a top view of the Mountain Spring Retreat here. It's a nice beautiful spot here right in the valley. And now we're going to take a walk down and go meet Phyllis. Okay, we're here with Phyllis with Mountain Springs Nature Retreat, and this is her property here, which I have to say is absolutely gorgeous here, Phyllis.
Thank you.
Yes, and Phyllis and her husband actually built this house 21 years ago. They have a beautiful lake here. Now, unfortunately, what were you saying happened?
Oh, the lake supplies water to down users, and it was built in 1914, and it keeps breaking down. So this year we're draining it so that we can make some repairs. So we have very little water in the lake.
Yeah, she showed me the postcard, and it's just absolutely beautiful here. And this is a place that's off the beaten path. You would have no idea this is back here, and you feel like you're in the middle of heaven here. And so what else do you have going on here?
There's a certified organic farm, and I sell the produce at the Penticton Farmers Market. My produce includes burdock root, strawberries, raspberries, all kinds of berries, vegetables, a lot of green beans, very beautiful green beans, garlic, large heads of garlic. What else is here? I do have a small amount of honey.
Yes, I noticed over here you have your own little bees there. So
yes. Have to protect those from the bears.
Yes, they love their honey.
They do. Well, they love the larva more than they do the honey, but you do have to protect them. And we have beautiful wild animals visiting us. We have moose. This year we had a mother moose and her baby down at the beach. We have rattlesnakes we have to be very careful of, and have relocated some of those. They are endangered, so we don't want to destroy them. And we have coyotes, bear. This year we have a brown-colored bear and a black-colored bear that have been frequenting this yard quite a bit. It seems to be a pass-through for them to go one way or another.
Well, I'm sure the honey's probably got a little bit to do with that too.
I'm sure they want to fatten up right now.
Yeah, yes, get ready for winter, right? So part of the awareness of what local supporting locals is trying to do as well is bring attention to the food. You know, we're focusing on organic farmers, you know, and unfortunately they've been placing people who eat organic are put into a category, you know, and it's almost like it's as if it's, you know, I call them the pinky people, but and can you explain like why you grow organic and why other people need to be more aware of what, you know, the health benefits are to organic as opposed to genetically modified?
When we moved to this property and I wanted to grow food, I just naturally gravitated towards the need to do it as naturally as I possibly can for my family's benefit. I didn't start out having a farm. I started out having a small garden and wanted to, as a city person, learn how to garden, so I joined SUPA to get connected to like-minded people, because there's an instinctive feeling in me that whatever I eat is what makes me go round. It's
Yes.
nothing else that does. So best I eat, the best I can, and best I produce it. So that idea has been there for a long time, 21 years. And I know that some people go by different values for their food, like inexpensive. That's one of the main reasons that we shop differently than organic, because it costs less money. But I think that's a fallacy, because when you go to the Penticton Farmers Market, the prices vary very, very little from organic to non-organic. It's a personal choice, and I'm very pleased over the years that once I started 21 years ago growing, there were very few organic growers at the market. Now, most of us are organic, and I even see people looking for my sign to see that I am organic, and that really pleases me, because I think that's the route we should be going.
Yes, absolutely. So if you had a message about your retreat here, I mean, to me this is beautiful. I would love to come and stay here for like a week. It's so peaceful and tranquil. Like, what different types of retreats have you had here?
Regularly, twice a year, I have a Zen retreat, a silent Zen retreat here, connected to a group in Penticton that I'm a part of. And I've had a shamanic retreat, and that has been totally awesome, because I'll be up in the garden working and I hear the drum beating. And that is just cool, really cool to hear that going on.
Is this something anybody can participate in? Like if this interests them, like they can contact you?
Well, no, it's the group that books the facility.
Okay.
It's not me that they book it through, so they would have to contact a shamanic group.
So, but if somebody like that would see this video for the making of the calendar here,
I could put them in touch.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I could put them in touch. Then I have nature groups coming through here for walking. They get together, a hiking group or a walking group. Birding groups come, and Meadowlark Festival has 2 or 3 events that take place here in May. There's a varied amount of things that can happen. You can come and swim when there's water in your lake.
and again, like people that are living in Penticton, Kelowna, Oliver, Osoyoos, this is right in the middle. You actually don't have to travel hundreds of miles to feel like you've left the city.
That's true. That's
So
very
you
true.
so you can actually make this into a weekend thing, break away from the rat race, and come out here and just enjoy the peaceful tranquility. And
if you come in the spring, sorry to interrupt you, I wanted to mention this, you can go to the top plateaus and walk in wildflowers. They're just beautiful up there.
so this retreat goes all year round?
Yes.
Yes, eh?
Come and ski at Apex and stay at my place, as long as you have 4-wheel drive.
Okay. Yes, it's a pretty slim road coming out. I'd like to thank Phyllis here for participating with the local, supporting local.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're very welcome.